There we go. And I'm here. Get these headphones out of here and get these headphones into here. Ah, there we go. I have enchiladas. That's why it took me a little bit longer to get to stream. I'm probably going to be eating these over the course of whatever. Don't get too excited. They're just, it's frozen. I didn't make these. I'm typing. There we go. And I do not have anything opened, so let me do that real quick. XP pen, right. Gotta connect the tablet to actually change the settings. That would only make sense. Thank you, XP pen. There we go. I really wish I figured out how to use this as a second monitor again. I used to be able to do it, and then at some point I broke it, and I've never been able. It just says no signal. So I don't know what I did. I even got a new PC, and I still don't know how to use this as a second monitor. I had it working for like a few months, and now it's just gone. I don't know. Regardless, we're back in the comic mines. While I wait for these enchiladas to not be molten lava. We can open up the Swan. I almost opened up the alt account stuff. It's so close when you open up the... I should really just open from the file menu to not risk doing that. Of course, I can just stay on the starting soon screen forever and not have to worry about it. So there's another option. Are these still hot? Let me see. They feel like they might be. This is, I know this is gripping content, but listen, I didn't eat. Alright, and I'm not affiliate yet, so I have no incentive to have good live streams. I could literally sit here and sneeze into the microphone for 2.5 hours, and that would be probably better than what I've done before in some other streams. So you know what? I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna try not to do it directly into the mic, although I have placed these directly next to the mic, so... Okay. Ooh, they're spicy. That's gonna be a problem later. Why are they so spicy? I know I'm just a white man, but like, good lord. Clip Studio Capture. There I am, there's everything. Welcome to the comic extravaganza. Sorry, I promised I wouldn't do that. Where's my water? I'm gonna have to go get that. 1 second. This is important. Hold on, I gotta write BRB because I have no BRB screen. I have water, and now it's spicy. 1 second. I'm back. Hup. Let's get into it. At least with the panels that I know I have sorted out. Man, this game is so good. It's a shame it'll never, ever get a sequel. What about the 3DS? Never, ever get a sequel. Ugh. You know what I mean. Or actually, I think it was just the DS, which is even crazier to think about. Sequel to Okami being on the DS. How do they even do that? Sorry, I'll try not to talk with my mouth. That's impolite. Welcome to the Zotan lunch stream. This is the mukbang that you've all been waiting for. Except you can't see the food, and I'm only occasionally referencing it. Where'd my pen go? There we go. I gotta eat it before it gets cold, though. It's not my fault. It is my fault for eating it right now, as opposed to at a more responsible time. But whatever. The time for regrets is past. The time for enchiladas is now. So there you go. Shit. I really should be putting all of these files onto a thumb drive. I've just turned around and looked at it and I was like, oh yeah, I should use that. Because there could be just one errant day where all of this collapses in on itself. My hard drive bursts into flames, and Google Drive explodes, or I run out of space. I'm actually considering buying the upgraded storage for Google Drive at some point, but that seems like so... eh. You might as well only do that when you have to, you know? I still got at least like half of my 15 gigabytes left in there, so it's like, whatever. But Starfish Face, a comic creator who I have mentioned many times, at least multiple times on this stream before, she has horror stories about her friend, some friend. They had a big project, something along those lines. And he managed to lose the hard drive data for a big project file, or series of files, on the main computer, the digital backups on software like Google Drive and whatnot, and somebody stole their portable drive as well. I'm pretty sure that's how the story went. The moral of the story is you can never have too many backups, but functionally this person got owned by the universe in a way few people will ever be owned. I do not expect to have to back up my files like 4 different times. But who knows, maybe that'll be my undoing. If this comic ever loses that much progress, I honestly don't know if I can go on making it. So I really have to be more careful than I am currently. Maybe I should take the time later today. Or over the Christmas 2-day break that I get. 2 days of holiday vacay. It's a far cry from the ones you got as a kid in school. Where it was like, you know, you could just have weeks off. Heck yeah, I wish. Now I get a mere 48 hours that I'm probably going to stay awake for most of, just out of sheer force of will. It's like, that's if I'm not doing stuff during those days off, that's time wasted. And sleeping is not doing stuff, in my opinion. That is an obligation I must fulfill. A bodily tax I unfortunately have to pay sometimes. I agree with, I think Jacksepticeye made this point way back when. Which is that he would just absolutely choose to never have to do it. He hates sleep, views it as a waste of time. Similarly, to the degree that I do. Maybe, if not more. Or if he doesn't feel it as strongly as I do, he certainly expresses it that way, because he's just a loud man when he's making content. So every opinion he has seems like he really believes in it. And I mean, like, really, really. No, that's not where that would go. Looks like he's wearing really high worn gloves there. Try to fix this repetitive shape language here. Yeah, we had to go into focus mode. We was drawing hands, so that just had to happen. I don't know if I like that. I gave myself the sniffles by eating those anchovies. They were so spicy, and I still got a whole one over. Good God. I think I gotta fix this finger. I don't much like the angle it's in. I don't know if I much care for this hand in general. Might have to fix this, just redo it from the ground up. This is the stuff that makes my line take forever. Some people just know how to draw a hand. I don't have any basis for how to consistently do it. I just wing it every time. Sometimes it looks okay, sometimes it does not. Let's try planning it a little bit and then use the basic shapes. Make this a little bigger. Maybe not that much bigger. And then try again. A lot of this could be mitigated with doing some more reference studies, which I have neglected for quite a while these days. So maybe that ought to do that. I ought to get back into that. But I have so many things I gotta focus. Studying is not really not the thing I have time for these days. How do I make this look right? No, that's two to the side. Learning. don't know how hands work, evidently. Do this one over again. Christ. Wasting so much time. I'm looking up a goddamn reference. Give me a freaking hand. And then I'm eating at the same time. Freaking hands. Let me see if I can find the pose that I need. Or just anything to help this along here. This one might work. Maybe. Nah, I don't think so. I need to erase this. This is distracting here. It's not even helping. It's horrible. Get out of here. This is the angriest I've been about drawing a hand in a while. I don't know why. This one's really getting me. Fuck this hand. In particular. This one. Other hands that have been giving me trouble recently? I don't even know. This one in particular is making me upset. I think it's because I feel like I should know how to do this one. Don't tangent. And then when I do get something going, I got a tangent. Oh my god. Do I even know what art is? I don't think so. Also, what is this finger? Good lord. Alright, this hand is one we'll have to settle for. I couldn't figure out any of the other poses. I'm gonna have to do hand studies. Ugh. Yeah. That's my least favorite idea that I've had in a while. But artists that draw good hands, they do make me unparalleled in terms of jealousy. I'm like, I want to do that. How do you make them look so organic and fluid? I wish to claim that power. But how? Like, I feel like those artists that draw sneakers, I feel like if I set, like, a week or two aside, I could figure out how to draw those sick Jordans pretty good. But hands, they just elude me. Do I want this to look like this? What point in the game does the song even end? I don't even remember. Whoa, too large. Oh, yeah. That spice is not gonna leave. I've been sitting here for like 10 minutes with it. That was a bad idea. Perhaps I shouldn't have eaten that before stream. Well, it was not really before. It was kind of during. So it is my fault. I've created this image in my mind of when people are not here or lurking, where I am just the equivalent of that guy in the corner of a cafe. Who probably, they always look at him and you wonder, is he the guy that is drawing me right now for his TikTok? Is he gonna walk over to me after this and be like, I spent the last hour staring at you and you didn't even know? They don't phrase it like that, but that's what they were doing. Obviously. That's how they draw people. Non-consensual modeling. That's what they should call every single one of those. That's what it is. We all know it's true. Usually people get paid for their modeling. In like a fiscal sense, monetarily. Not in the form of some guy coming up to you being like, I was looking at you for a long time. And there's no way you can undo that. It was without your knowledge. I will now put you on the internet. Now, the reason most of that probably they get away with that is because they're all fake. Or at the least, like, they're not fake, but staged, you know. They have a plant. They're not actually drawing some random person on the subway. They're drawing some random actor they hired on the subway. Or some person they knew. Because otherwise, it is kind of messed up to just do that to someone. Walk up to them with a thing, being like, I was looking at you, and I drew you, here you go, you're on the internet now. I'm sure there are some real versions of those channels out there, and they probably have a whole heck of a time. With the reaction, the reveal, they probably have to scrap a bunch of those videos. Because people going like, nope, how dare you draw me? You depict my visage? Like the Prophet Muhammad, I demand you destroy that depiction of me immediately. Get that out of here. It is against my religion to be drawn. That's what you just gotta say to him. I thought there was like a religious thing. There was some tenet that was even against the idea of acting. I forget which religion this was. But the idea of pretending to be a different person was like not cool. I don't know exactly where that came from. I could look it up. I have the power of the internet, the world at my fingertips. Which religion doesn't like acting? Did not allow actors. Many bishops, priests, and monks have strongly condemned theatrical amusements. What a whimsical way to say it. Even declared the actors to be instruments of Satan. A curse to the church and beguiling unstable souls. Alright, so it was Christians. Cool. I should have known that it was them. It's always the old school Christians. Throwing a fit about something. They're like the epitome of that meme where it's like, what are we making fun of today? I hate the way that, and then they have like a dartboard. Or like a wheel spinning. I hate the way that people act in theater. Then there you go. Try to figure out a way to condemn that. Now I'm aware, this is not the religion itself. This is the practitioners of the religion that take things a little too far. I'm sure it doesn't say directly in the Bible, you're not allowed to go and watch theatrical productions. The article I just read even said it's many priests, monks, and other such figures. Not like the actual text themselves. And also, who the heck is going to abide by not watching theatrical amusements these days? Unless you are actually a monk, it's like impossible to avoid media. What if it's one of those, like... What if it's a Christian theatrical production? Do you condemn it then? Are they still instruments of Satan? Maybe. I think every theater kid is secretly an instrument of Satan, let's be honest. How else do they execute that choreography so well? They had to have exchanged their soul. Hello, Mask. Welcome in. Oh yeah, I can move this. And then put my chat where I can read it easy. Perfect. Welcome in. Did we run out of music right as you arrived? Oh god, don't take that as an invitation, I swear to god. Don't do it. Don't. I'm just gonna queue up some Zelda music. Bing bong. Why is it so quiet? I know this is the elevator song, but come on. I gotta like crank this one. How's it going, Mask? What are you up to these days? And by these days I mean today, I guess. I act like we haven't seen each other in eons. I did see you. I'm gonna call you out directly on stream. When me and Rob were playing Monster Hunter at like 2 in the morning, I did see you boot up Fallout New Vegas again. I have to just wonder. Are you good still? That seems excessive. At like 2 in the morning? Brother. Queuing up a quick round of Fallout New Vegas. A quick 40-hour playthrough. I'm allowed to be awake at that hour, because that's my schedule. I did not expect to see you playing Fallout New Vegas. Hello? Are you back now? I was calling you out. I'll call you out all over again. I'm not muted. So you should be able to hear my words. What happened? I don't know. What happened to you? You're the one coming over here. I was calling you out for playing Fallout New Vegas at 2 in the morning. Because I saw that little thing pop up while me and Rob were playing Monster Hunter. I was like, oh my god, he's actually stuck. He cannot escape it. It's got its hooks in him. It was just a bit, I don't know, man. Just a tiny time. The more you say it, the less I believe you. You might have gone full swan and just hid your profile the moment I went to check. You could have been playing that for days. You could have been playing it until just this moment. You could still be playing it. I could open up Steam and check, but I won't. Why does his head look so tall? We gotta fix that. It's about to be 2 for you, right? Yeah, I'm at 155 currently. In my eastern zone. From a land far to the east. New York State. That's what they mean, I think. Honestly, every land is far to the east if you go far enough. I don't know why we pretend that's all mystical and stuff. That, by the way, is Orientalism and is frowned upon. So, what do we do now? Why do you wish to know? Are you plotting? I don't know what you could plot knowing that it would be 2 in the afternoon here. But you probably could plot some. Me, it was 1 a.m., so it wasn't that bad. It might have been 3 a.m. when I saw you doing it. I don't know. It was either 2 or 3. I know it was very late. I just said 2 because I was guessing, I was estimating, but it could have been 2 or 3 in the morning. I think Rise at like 9 for you? Yeah, but I'm like allowed to do that. That's my gamer hours. When it's my day off suddenly on Monday. Because of Krishna. They rearrange all my days off. They're messing with me. I hope it does not stay that way. I will get a Friday or a Saturday. Screw this Monday BS. I hope it's just for the holiday. Who wants a day off on a Monday? I like the part of the song where it just sounds like a skeleton falling over is the instrument. Every time that sound happens, there's a skeleton falling down a staircase. Somebody save him. Now I'm imagining it like an endless loop where he's climbing the stairs. Little bone man. He gets up there, and then when that sound happens, falls back to the bottom. He's climbing back up. And he falls back down. This is what's going through my head right now. Oh, he stopped falling over. Let's go. Good job, imaginary skeleton man that I made up. Oh, he's falling back down over again. Shit. I'm cleaning beans. I just ate enchiladas, frozen, you know, the height of cuisine. They were spicy. I'm not sure I'm fully recovered from those. I didn't eat them frozen, by the way. They were frozen, I unfroze. To clarify, I did not eat frozen enchiladas. That would be absurd. That'd be inhumane. That is bestial in nature. I'm not one of those people that, like, takes out deli meat from the fridge and eats it over their sink at, like, 3 in the morning. I have standards. I'm not a rat man. How did your stream review look like? My stream review? What do you mean stream review? You mean my recap? Because we looked at the recap on stream. Steam review? My Steam review. I do that. A Steam review, not stream review. I see it now. That was my illiteracy. I don't know, let me open it. Where do I see that? I played New Vegas 31 hours in the last 2 weeks. I told you. It's not just a tiny bit of time. I don't know what metric you're using, but it's completely scaled up. Yeah, I got Steam. Don't worry. I learned how to read in the past 2 seconds. I figured it out. I finally got there. Where do you find your Steam review? Oh, here it is. Found it. Never mind. Easy. Let's see. I wrote it correct. Yes, for once. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you did write it correct. Can I show this on stream somehow without messing anything up? Yeah, I'll do that. Wait, hold on. Alright. Let me try and swap this over to a window. Browser. And then I can just pick anything I want. This is the capture window. There we go. It's there. Yeah, here we go. I played 30 games, 15 new ones, 17 games, 140 achievement. None of this matters. 44% with keyboard and mouse, 56 controller split. I honestly would have thought it would have been way more controller, to be honest with you, but I guess I'm pretty 50-50 on my input choice. Slight leaning towards control. Street Fighter 6, 23% playtime. I didn't even play Street Fighter that much. Although I guess I did hardcore throw myself into the story mode, so maybe that's it. Then we got Monster Hunter Rise and Lies of P. This is basically how to summarize me as a video gamer. Fighting game, Monster Hunter game, and then a Soulsborne. That's all I need. Just give me those three. Just keep making versions of these 3 games, and I'll be set for a while. Achievements, 30 games. Longest streak was 6 days. 17% of the games I played were new releases. 9% of the games the average player on Steam played were released during 2023. 2D fighter Souls-like open-world survival craft. What the hell? 3D platformer? I played Street Fighter in June, and then never ever elsewhere. I have not gotten back into Street Fighter. I gotta do that. I have just no time. And then Monster Hunter Rise, I'm still booting that up every now and again. I played it more in November than I did in June, that's for sure. What was I doing in January? Good lord. 5 Achievos. I got that one yesterday. And then Lies of P, of course. November and December. I really only played that for 5 sessions, and I cleared it? Damn. Pretty good, pretty easy game, I would say. Vermintide 2. I do remember playing that with some homies earlier this year, in March specifically, as it would happen. That game is fun. Total War Warhammer 2 February March. Me and Stove got to get back on that. God, I've already forgotten everything about it though. Oh boy. Playtime by month. Look at all that. What happened in June? That was mainly the Street Fighter month, and then a little bit of whatever the hell all this stuff is. 27% of this year's playtime in June was Monster Hunter and Street Fighter. 12% other Gang Beasts. Generation Zero, I remember that. Lethal Company, Lies of P, Monster Hunter Rise. Monster Hunter World in November. Lethal Company, Lies of P, Monster Hunter Rise. Oh yeah, Psychonauts 2, I did play that. Back in January, look at that. I love that game. Valheim, a little bit of Valheim in there. Warhammer. Portal, that's right, there's the Garo collab shows up here. Honestly, where's some of my Slender? Oh yeah, Slender's not on Steam, I forget. Fear and Hunger, I barely even delved into that. Look at these. This is a good top 5. I'm not even mad about this top 5, even though I wish I spent more time video game. Or I wish I had more time to game, I would say. These are not a bad top 5. I think this is the top 5 of a man with good taste, in my opinion. Monster Hunter World, 2 Monster Hunter games in my top 5. Ugh, I'll never change. You can't make me. Then we got other stuff. March. Ultimate Chicken Horse. That's a goated game, by the way. If you want a funny little platformer to beat your friends up at, just be good at platformers and play this game. Fear and Hunger. What else? Super Battle Pets is great. The Forest. That was with homies. Sons of the Forest with homies. Sea of Thieves. We barely played that. Watermelon game. 7 Days to Die. Any survival co-op game you see, that's me playing with Discord homies. I do not solo 7 Days to Die or The Forest. They are, I feel like playing those games alone is probably one of the most boring things you could ever do, and just for me. Other people can like it, but I don't think it's for me. Signalis, I still gotta finish. That's a really good game from what I started. Divinity 2, that also just started. I'm excited to get back into that one. After the last session, when I didn't die. I should say we didn't die. Constantly. Like, oh my god. Actually figured out how to progress in this game. Ugh. All it took was picking the most broken class in the game to start with, and then Lone Wolf. Conjurer with Lone Wolf, you could beat that game with no other party members. I was watching a video about people doing chestmancy, which is it's a method in which to kill enemies you put basically an infinite number of heavy objects into a golden chest, and then you move the chest with telekinesis at somebody, essentially throwing a car at them, and you can one-hit most enemies in the game. And that's a fun way to play that game. You do have to carry a chest with you via telekinesis the whole time, but honestly worth it. Here's mine. Alright, let me check. Go browser. Check this one. 114, 801 Achievos. Good lord. How did I play more games than you? No, I didn't play more games than you. I was looking at the achievement. I played way fewer games than you. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, no. You're like almost 50-50 on controller keyboard exactly. Look at that. I played so much less. I don't even know what I was reading. Persona, Red Dead, Yakuza. Lots of Achievos. The Steam Median Mask, by the way, is 16 achievements unlocked. You have unlocked this year 801 achievements. What do you... The median games is 4... Do people even play video games on Steam? I feel like I even shattered these medians. I didn't even look at them. People don't play video games, do they? They just buy them, and then we own them, and then we don't interact with them. I played 30 games this year. The Steam median is 4 games this year. Is Steam entirely occupied by people still playing TF2? And then never swapping over to anything? It feels like it. I will play Deep Fortress 2 until the servers die, or me. Whichever one comes last. JRPGs, Souls-likes, Metroidvanias, third-person shooters, hero... What is a hero shooter? Oh, that's like Overwatch and stuff. Persona 5, what? You dropped off in the middle of the year. What happened there? Got back on the horse, though, didn't you? Look at that. I can click to see. Oh, look at all your Persona Chivos. Red Dead Redemption 2. Yakuza Like a Dragon. Monster Hunter World. Oh, I see you. I see you investing time in there. Physics happen, fair enough. I see it coming. You're on the up and up here playing it. Dark Souls 3. Ooh. I didn't realize this happened. You should have told me. I think you actually might have told me while you were doing it. I might just have a bad memory. Red Dead Redemption 2, followed by Persona, more Persona. Then we swap over into more Red Dead. 78% Peggle Deluxe. I did. Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl. I've heard that's good. Binding of Isaac. Now there's a good one. What was this month? Risk of Rain 2. This month was the Dark Souls 3 month. This one was the Yakuza Like a Dragon month. Then we got some variety. Then we got Overwatch 2. Monster Hunter World. Back into Overwatch 2. And then some more Persona. You got Red Dead, Persona Like a Dragon, Monster Hunter, and Dark Souls. Again, a pretty solid top 5, I would say. We got a Monster Hunter and a Soulsborne in there. So that's immediately all for it. Persona, Yakuza. Red Dead is game of the year for a lot of people for that year. And then this one is going to definitely hit the charts next time. I feel like your 2023, maybe 2024 is going to be here. My little brother is the one that plays the most games. That makes sense. Buys a lot of indies. He would I don't know how much younger he is than you. Probably around the age where he can just know life stuff. For sure. Street to Rogue, I should play that one. I love me some roguelites. Kingdom, solid franchise. Skyrim, Guilty Gear Xrd, Rev 2, friend Pedro. Bridge Portal, solid. Among Us, Trombone Champ. 4 years, yeah. Yeah. 4 years younger than you, that's about, yeah, you could definitely know life stuff. Knowing vaguely what your age is. Resi. Hollow Knight. More Resi. Risk of Rain. Darkwood, I remember you booting that up every now and then. Hades 2 coming out. DKO, you also played DKO? Oh no. It's infected us. I stopped playing that almost, like, immediately after I started, though. Me and my friends expected it to be a lot more like a brawler, or like a fighting game than it was. It's just like cartoony Smite. Not really. The one that plays Overwatch and DK. Oh, okay. So you guys have like the same account. Multiverses. Ew. Gross. I played that one also. Dead Estate. Sussy. I've seen this lady. That's all I'm gonna say. Dragon's Dogma. Love that. Alright. Pretty solid lineup. All around. Your lineup, my lineup. I think we got some good stuff going. Men of refined cultural palates. Good taste. All around good taste. And your brother playing the indie games? That's also good taste in a different way. I respect indie game support all the time. That's where you get all the creative ideas in the industry. So also good taste. A variety of good tastes. Not a single freaking, like, just Battlefield Call of Duty player. Those are the people. If I saw that on your lineup, yeah, I kind of just play exclusively first-person shooter, you know what I do. None of the interesting, like, independent solo ones. Like that one that's a rhythm game and also, like, Doom-inspired. No, I just play, like, the multiplayer shooters, and that's really all I do. Get at. You're almost, not quite, but almost as bad as a FIFA player when you do that. In my eyes. FIFA players are the absolute worst. Any sport game made by EA, do not support them. Do not play sport game. They don't deserve your money. If you really want to play sport game, buy the older ones. Or emulate them, I don't know. Or just play Tony Hawk. That's a good sport game. Love that. Does skateboarding count as a sport? I say it counts as a sport. They got X Games. And that's like a national event. I haven't even heard of X Games in forever. I have not checked in to see if that's still a popular thing. Probably not nearly as popular as it was in like the 90s. And early 2000s. But I feel like no one even talks about it anymore. It's the thing you gotta be into to even know it exists these days. Song-O Time? Oh, yeah. I reject Song-O Time. I've killed it. Right now, just then, when I said that. No song o'clock. Well, I'm waiting to... I'm at the song right now? Oh, Song-O Time. I thought you meant you were gonna send a song, right? Like, it is time for you to send me a song. Alright, yeah, now I completely understand. I just assumed that was your calling card for I'm gonna send you copyrighted music, and I'm warning you in advance. Song of Time. No, but yeah. Forest Temple. 30 minutes into it. Yup. That is the Forest Temple. apparently the one before this was the Chamber of Stone in the past from Twilight Princess. Which I believe is basically the Temple of Time in Twilight Princess. It's like nearby. So, play Twilight Princess is a good one. I recommend it. I would recommend emulating it at this point, because Lord knows the Wii version is just ridiculous to play with its waggle controls, and the GameCube version is way too expensive to be worth it. As are most GameCube games these days. So, I would just emulate it. You could get the HD version if you have a Wii U, I guess, because they still have not given us a Switch port, unfortunately. But the HD version messes with some of the 3D models, and it makes people look even weirder than they did before. Emulate the Wii. You can emulate the GameCube. You do not gotta emulate the Wii U. You don't gotta go that far. Why? Because the HD version, the Wii U version, is just weird looking. I mean, it's personal preference. You probably won't even notice or care if you haven't played the original version, but I am just a purist. The Wii U port is good. I mean, it's fine. It's a solid port. It just changes some of the visuals in a way that I don't like as a die-hard fan of Twilight Princess. So this is purely a extremist viewpoint. You don't have to follow it if you don't want to. Ooh. No, this one is pretty easy. That's just the fairy spring. But which version is it? That I don't know specifically. Trying to find a good song. Can't send Undefeatable from Sonic Frontiers. Yeah, no, that one's definitely... I mean, you can. Too upbeat for right now? Oh, I see. It's a mood thing. Now, this, unfortunately, is the Knights Academy from Skyward Sword, and I know that because this tutorial is a million years long. And I hate it. It's the same thing with the Ordon Village theme. I've heard it too much. Nintendo, for the love of God, stop making your Zelda tutorials a million years. Actually, they have done that with, like, Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. They're barely even tutorials. So you know what? Good job, Nintendo. You have evolved from the incessant hand-holding of the mid-2010s. It was plaguing video games. That you were probably the biggest part of, to be honest. Freaking Fi. There's a butterfly. Did you know, Douse, that your battery's low? I'm a sword. I think she did say that at one point. You know what's really good for immersing yourself in a fictional fantasy setting? developing a character that tells you how low your batteries are. What are they thinking? And then you want me to care about a character who essentially functions as a nagging mom figure in the video game? You gotta charge your Wiimote. She's gonna die, don't you know? Then give her a sad farewell. I don't care about her. She's a sore. When Midna left, devastated. When Fi left, oh, thank Jesus. Get out of here. Found one I like, alright. Just fix this a little bit. Hey, I said pause. Dude.
Here's another one.
Yo, the music video is going nuts. What the heck? What is this animation? The opening movie for Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Oh yeah, I forgot this was a thing. Good lord, look at him go. Look how many frames they put in here. From the game Dancing All Night. I forgot this was a thing. Whoops. Alright. Yeah, I forgot that game was real. And now I remember. What am I Googling here? Oh, yeah. I was Googling which religion doesn't like acting. Turns out it's none of them. It's just some weirdo priests who decided they don't like acting. Acting is a tool of Satan, for some reason, according to those guys. I don't know how. Don't engage in theatrical amusements, is what they say. For if you do, Lucifer will criticize your performance. Probably. I don't know what the ramifications are. I didn't really look that much into it. Now, this song will never get old. That I believe. Why does this one look so weird? I gotta fix this. I think it's this angle. Another music, I'm assuming. Twilight Princess HD have new things like other weapons? I don't think so. I think it added Miiverse stamps, but I don't think it added a new content, really. I'm clicking on a Reddit post. They added a master mode, apparently. Tears of Light mission have been streamlined, so you don't need to find as many of them. Alright, so there's kind of an improvement if you don't like those missions, which I know a lot of people don't. I thought they were interesting. Contents of many treasure chests have changed. A lot of useless chests with rupees and ammos. There are now Miiverse stamp collections. So yeah, there's that, which is arguably even more useless than the rupee and ammo rewards because Miiverse is dead, especially if you emulate it. A new wolf combat challenge was added, similar to the Cave of Ordeals, but you are locked to wolf form. I did not know that. Requires the Wolf-Link amiibo to access. Oh my god, they make everything so... Back when Wii U era Nintendo was the worst for all this amiibo side content and Miiverse garbage. Oh, thank god they killed all that, for the most part. Transforming between wolf and Hylian form can be done with a single button press. Very good. So yeah. So it seems like not much different. There's an additional wolf combat trial, which is optional anyway. They sped up some animations, they made some side quests easier to find. There's like minor quality of life stuff, but there's no like huge additional content drop. Other than that combat trial, which you need an amiibo to access. Freaking amiibos. Oh god, I remember this exact instrument driving me insane. Speaking of Twilight Princess. Screw the Lost Woods in Twilight Princess. Hate that. Deku Trump, I hate him. I hate him so much. It's a cool little Majora's Mask reference, but outside of that, I don't like it. This one feels way louder than the other ones. Well, I mean, that's pretty... It's not, like, deafening. We'll see how this goes. I'm just gonna be a little proactive about that. There we go. Let's get rid of all the unnecessary guides here now. So I just have these ones to do. Vio. Alright. You're right. I did not click on that. This pause screen goes hard. Oh my god, what is going on? I don't believe this is real. For some reason. For those of you confused, this is not real. I modded it. You didn't fool me for even a minute. I was not convinced. But what if? But what if is the goal? For reference, this is what's happening. Right. I was not fooled. You cannot swindle me. Yeah, they really just going in. How long is this music? It's still going. What MMD file did they take this animation from? It looks exactly as stilted as most of those dance videos do. This song, I just think it's gonna end and then it does the same thing over again. It's driving me insane. This is like musical waterboarding. There we go, it's fading out. It'd be so funny if it just kicked back in at full volume again. I should make that. I should edit that song so there's a version of it out there that does that. Make somebody lose their mind. I think we need a little bit more definition in what the forms are. I think we want the plank to be lower, so it does not obstruct the face. That I drew with all this effort in there. Let's see what kind of thing we got going here. We need this to be more exaggerated to really get the angle conveyed here. I think it's the bass frequencies that are like blowing out my readings there. I don't know. We'll just keep it at like half volume. It does that quite a bit. Yeah, it really did. The bass frequencies just freaking, they freak out. That's the wrong pencil. Well, a real instrument? Never thought I'd hear it. I got 2 seconds of banjo. Love it. Oh, there we go. Is that banjo? Or is that just a slide guitar? I can't tell. Sounds like slide guitar now. I blame Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild for ruining my perception of piano as a real instrument. It's just because they don't play any songs with it. Most you get are like little ambient doodly, 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 and that's the whole song. You get ambient piano notes for Breath of the Wild. I hate it. I want real music. Is that too much to ask? Apparently, yes. Although I think they were a little bit better about it in Tears of the Kingdom than they were in Breath. Still not great. I couldn't tell you a song, like a theme from any of them. You know, Twilight Princess, you got Midna's Lament, you got those, the Temple of Time theme. Ganondorf's theme, like the final boss fight, and Xant's theme, I remember all that. I can't tell you a single theme from Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. Other than, Ganon's final form, and that's only because I looked up, are there any good songs in Breath of the Wild? And the people were like, yeah, no, if you probably weren't paying attention to it, because the game didn't, convince you to otherwise. But the final boss theme is actually pretty good, and I went back and listened to it, and it is. Ganon's theme is pretty alright. I just didn't even attempt to think about it, because the game has no other music anywhere. Except for the E3 trailer, which I've talked about at length. Video game composer, the good ones, they're stuck in trailer purgatory right now. You're only gonna find good video game music in the trailers. The actual game, forget about it. I don't know why this has occurred. We don't like melodies anymore. We like ambient orchestration. I hate this trend. It's like when graphic design did the whole, like, my ears. It's when graphic design with the whole flat minimalist aesthetic. We're starting to move away from that again, but like we're still very much in the thick of that, and I hate that. There's like no interest. Logos are so boring. I'm looking at the Streamlabs logo, the Opera logo right now. There's no dimensionality, there's no texture, there's no personality here. It's all boring. Discord's logo, just freaking gross. Not even a single gradient. One thing I feel Vegas got over Stalker is the ambience. I think Stalker is almost completely silent. Well, that's like a thing, too. I can value that as an artistic decision. Because I feel if you go, like, completely silent in a game like Stalker, you're doing it to create a very unsettling, like, isolated mood. So that makes sense to me. It's like, you have to make it obvious that you're committing to that level of ambience. Otherwise, it just seems like a mistake. It's like there's a thing where you have to make it apparent. This is a thing in graphic design too, where it's like if you're changing font sizes, like if this is the letter T, and you want to change it for like the next body style, like if this was a headline, and you want to move to the body text, you have to change the font size significantly enough. Like don't change it by like 0.1 or like 1 point or 2 point. Like if this was 9 point, then this was like 8. That's like a barely perceivable, and it looks like a mistake. But if you do it enough, and make it obvious that you've committed to it, and we'll just do like a little boot, and this is like 5 point or whatever, then it starts to be viewed less as a mistake. So as if you hard commit to something and make it obvious that it's not a mistake, then I can be more forgiving than like video games doing this thing where they like half make a melody but then give up. Maybe it's that I've played New Vegas a lot and this ambient is now ingrained in my brain. Yeah, that'll be it too. I think you're just addicted to Fallout New Vegas. I think you just like that one more. I might be crazy, but your Steam hours don't lie. Like using 16 for titles and 12 for body? I don't, I think it really depends on the project for me. I don't have a preference for, like, specific... Also, it depends on the font, too, right? Or the typeface. Because some typefaces, they're just sized differently. That's how it works. I'm assuming you're talking for, like, standard Times New Roman or Calibri or what have you. Your Microsoft Word school-approved font choices. Dun. Sounds like some Silent Hill music. Like Stalker quite a bit, but you do feel the age of it, not in the story, more like in the game. Like, yeah, I feel like the content of the game, the narrative, is really what drew people to it anyway. But in the gameplay, shooting is fine, but the quests tend to bug a bit. Oh yeah, that'll do it. You're playing a Bethesda game, though. You gotta be used to that at some point. When your alternative is Fallout, you gotta be aware. I know it wasn't developed entirely by them. But, like, it's still basically their video game. I know it's an Obsidian joint. And Obsidian's doing their own stuff these days, and they still got glitches in their games. So you know what? They were probably the perfect successor to Bethesda in that way. Some things change. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Girl, put your records on. I think I hear my dog. Not my dog, my father's dog going nuts downstairs. I might have to check on her. She's just in the kitchen, but she hates being in the kitchen. Gotta make your hand bigger, my friend. You got like the opposite of a yaoi hand. Too small. Weak, frail. Can't even grip anything with that. If you can't envelop a man's face with one grasp, what are you doing? A mod Bethesda gives a mod. Yeah, whatever. You can mod Stalker too, I'm sure. That game's probably easier to mod because of how old it is. Probably runs on like 4 lines of code that you gotta change to mod anything. Couldn't even be. How hard could it be? The game probably runs on the same amount of code as Minesweeper. Didn't get invested in Stalker enough to mod it? Ah, I see. This is a you issue. I feel like we gotta lean our lads back even more. Made a whole new game. There's a massive Stalker mod community. It basically made a whole new game very difficult. This is about on par with the time that I thought listening to Resident Evil 4 ambience would be a good idea on stream. This is way better than that, though. I feel like the Resident Evil 4 ambience was just like purely metal scraping noises. There was not even a single instrument. So this is better than that, I'll give it that. But I feel like I will swap off of this at some point soon. It is unfortunate that the two ends of the spectrum for listening to Fallout New Vegas music on stream are this or copyrighted songs that are just real. So, can't do much about that. I do have a favorite ambient song, though. I see some timestamps in the comment sections. Is it perhaps one of those? Is it perhaps the comment that says, this is the one you're here for, 44 minutes in? I saw somebody type that there. I'm a bit curious. Let me see, alright. It's like the first comment you can read on it. No, but it's up there. Okay. Like I gotta move this shoulder pad. I keep calling them shoulder pads. That ain't what they is. Aldrin. Feel like you right now, Zotan? Sleep deprived? I'm not sleep deprived. I actually slept quite a bit. Hello, Swan. How's it going? I slept a lot. Probably the most I slept in a while. I got a day off on Monday. I could do whatever I wanted. How much is a lot? Like 7 hours? You know, like a normal amount, which is a lot for me. Go to 3644. Okay, got it. "7 hours, let's go." I know, it's like a normal... I felt like a real boy. For but a brief moment. Oh, great, I just reminded myself of Liza P again. Damn it! Now I'm angry again. I didn't sleep much. The universe needed to balance. It's true, I needed to siphon away the energy. Don't you harm me. I don't know why this shoulder looks so weird. Hold on, let's get this guide out of here. Let's assume this is how this looks here. It would be like that. And then this would extend, the chest piece would extend like here. How'd your Steam review look? Haven't looked. Swan, you have to share it. I looked at mine and Masks on stream. We need to be exposed to whatever you're doing. You already hide your account, so we have no other way of knowing. You hider. How else are we gonna know? Probably just Monster Hunter. Well, I had 2 Monster Hunter games in my top 5, so I was pretty proud of that. I am broken. And I'd have it no other way. I'm a little upset because Slender didn't show up. Because that's not a Steam game. Unfortunately, that is just a game that I got from some virus-ridden website, I'm sure. I'm sure there's some Russian hacker using crypto miners on my PC right now. But it was worth it, was it? No, it wasn't. But Slender did not show up in my Steam review. Unfortunately, all of my hard work completely left unnoticed by Steam. I definitely put at least like 8 hours into that game. At least. I was the top Slender streamer of 2023, by the way, so it's like, come on. Where's my recognition? For the Slender information laundering it? Information is the... What did I read? What order did I read those words in? I feel like it was wrong. The real horror of Slender is the information laundering. There we go. Did it right. What the hell? Even when I'm not sleep deprived, I feel like it. I'm gonna go in for like a cognitive evaluation at some point. And then the doctor's gonna be like, ooh. And I'm gonna be like, oh. No, I should have known. He wouldn't even need to say a word. This is your brain as it is, and this is the average human brain after 20 years of like continuous alcohol consumption. And then I'll say, but doctor, these don't look any different. And then he'll be like, I know. That's why I'm so worried about you. Nerve tugs at shirt collar. Tugs at shirt collar too hard, shirt pops open. What? Now we're in a different situation. And then I wake up. You owe the sleep loan sharks in your brain? Yeah. That's the interest. They give me weird doctor dreams. Oh, doctor. My. And this is how Persona happens, I think. Turn this guy down more. We need the wooden plank to be drawn so that I know what I'm doing. And it can't be a tangent, so fix that right now. Young man. Oh yeah, we can just copy-paste stuff. We have the technology. And then we'll just do it again. The plank would need to be like here. 36:44. I know. How close are we to it though? I might as well just wait it out. Oh, we're 23 minutes. I thought we were closer. Yeah, I'll just skip to it. 3644. No, I went to 3643, I'm sorry. We might need to just move up all of these plank layers to obscure more of the face than I thought. Thanks, no problem. Needs to be like at least here. In the... what do they call that? The little elbow crease here? I was gonna call it a craw, but I think that's not anything. Let's see what this looks like with the face, where it is. I kind of like it. It draws attention to the action when the face isn't as prominent. That's just Art 101. Faces draw attention because we have them and we like looking at them. So they are kind of a natural focal point. That's part of why I think that that one guy, sorry, puberty? That one artist I showed last stream, it's part of why I think their compositions are so effective, because no matter how tightly their compositions are cropped, they always do have the face in there, well, usually. In the ones where their faces are not as prominently featured, they generally have a more traditional composition. But they're more, off-kilter ones, more experimental ones. They always got the face in there, usually front line and center. Like if it's like a vertical thing like this, and it's like some really deep receding foreshortening, the head will usually be like right up here. No matter what's going on. So you can just kind of put the body and the other supporting elements in the background wherever you want. It's got the face right there. And that's on the thirds too, so they got some stuff going on that's traditional. But I really like how they do it. And it makes me... it's almost convinced me, of all people, to start experimenting with 3D models for posing. But I feel like that person uses it purely, not as a crutch, but because they just want to speed up their own process. I feel like if you're using it at my level, you run the risk of developing bad habits. So I'm a little hesitant to start doing that. You gotta have the awareness for when to start using techniques like that. Otherwise, you'll just start being worse at other things. Probably. Also, this is a tangent, and I'm gonna throw up. Let me fix it. Fix it. Time we got? We got like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Trying to see where this other arm should be. I don't know if he could actually, like, let's see, if we look at this. Shoulder would be here, figure, arm like this. He could hypothetically have his arm or his hand be like here. But that's like so extended. I don't know if I like it. We might just ignore it for the sake of composition. You guys remember the show Scare Tactics? I definitely do. It's one of the best, probably the best prank shows that has ever been created. If you don't know, essentially what it was friends would get with the show organizers, and they would stage like one of the most tropey horror nightmare scenarios in the world, and then prank the friend with it, subjecting them to anything from like alien abductions to like a chainsaw murderer chasing after them. And I'm surprised there weren't more lawsuits with this show. For, like, psychological trauma? Maybe there were. And they just didn't air any of that, but I'd be very curious to see the Scare Tactics episodes gone wrong. The ones they had to cut for people freaking out too much. And it's not even like the tropey garbage, like the Texas Chainsaw Murderer, that stuff, the Texas Chainsaw, I think I said. Sponsored by Chex Cereal. Like that sort of trope stuff, the expected stuff, that wasn't even as crazy as the show got. You know, you got like a haunted doll being puppeted around. Everybody expects that kind of thing. But they would have crazy bits. For example, one of my favorites that sticks with me to this day. What would yours be? My greatest fear? I don't know. I'll think about it while I explain the craziest bit that I remember from the show. Was a pregnant woman. And then this person comes in. I believe they were like a nurse practitioner and their friend was pranking them. Something along those lines. Pregnant woman. Something like that. And then, like, you know, fakes going into labor. There's the actress. And then the doctor freaking out. And then they start going over, like, scans and stuff. And they're like, something's wrong with the birth. And then what appears to be, like, this devil creature comes out from appearingly the woman. And then it's just like this little person dressed up like a little demon and just like, kind of like gremlining around the room. And it's like, that would be enough to ruin my life, I think. If my friend pranked me with that, if I had to witness a demon birth in front of me, that show got nuts. I think I have to go back and watch those episodes. It's one of my favorite prank shows that's ever existed. Purely because off the wall it got all the time. Me running away with your waifu? Yeah, that would be one of them for sure. I would, like, get into a long, committed relationship. And then you would come along, and then she would, like, leave me. And I wouldn't know this is part of the bit. And I would be like, what's happening? This would be real. This would be a thing. And then the cameras would come out. You'd be like, just kidding. Pretending to steal your girlfriend got you. Freaking idiot. That would be the level of that show. That's trauma. That show was traumatic. That's why the bit I just described would probably be one that the producers would tell you to do. They like life-ruining events would happen on that show. Oh my god, the freaking chime on there blew out my ears. Stop doing that. I'm turning down the volume. I'll never date again. I just started. Now I give up. It would be your fault. It's like that prank you see in movies all the time. The hot guy starts talking to the unsuspecting girl who nobody actually likes. She was just invited there for some reason because her friend is somewhat popular. And then they prank her. It's like, the hot guy wasn't actually interested in you, he just asked you out for a bet. We didn't think he would actually do it. And then it's just like that whole thing. But just like turn that feeling up to 1,000,000, and then you have a Scare Tactics prank on your hands. That show was so weird. There was like a bit I remember about a lady bathing in blood. That was a thing that cropped up. Show was so weird. I do miss it though, now that I'm thinking about it. You'll never know if the next relationship is another scare tactic. That would be the worst. That would be so mean. Oh, man. I feel like I would have to ask that question if anyone ever actually asked me out. I'd be like, where is the TikTok camera guy? Even if I, like, started talking to that person for, like, 10 years, I'd be like, alright, where's the joke? Where's the scheme? We could be married for decades, and then they say that they just say one day that they like me, and I'll be like, Why did you say that today of all day? What's going on here? I don't know if I where's the guy? What was the host of that show? I gotta look it up. Because he was great. Host of Scare Tactics. Where's Tracy Morgan? It was Tracy Morgan, too, hosting that show. I didn't even remember that. I bet he misses that show. That show was great. I should do that. I wonder if there's episodes on YouTube. Like when you watched that Real or Fake show. I should watch an episode of Scare Tactics. Are they on YouTube? Let me check. Wait, are they still going? Are they 2 years ago? Scare Tactics. There's no way it's still hosted by Tracy Morgan, though, right? There's no way. I didn't. This video is from 2 years ago. Has this show still been going forever? I remember this. Yeah, this is season 4, episode 1 from 2010. I remember the 2010 era Scare Tactics. I didn't realize there was still some stuff going on. Oh my. The solution is to ask someone out. No, can't do it. Then I will become the prankster. It's just how it goes. Hold on. We can get this out of here. The quality is so bad.
Scaring on this show is done by professionals. Don't copy us.
Don't copy us. I'm not gonna watch this whole thing.
It's your boy Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan.
Such an amazing present.
Cake is poison, idiots.
Oh my god, no.
The cake is poison. This looks so bad. Oh my god, he shot him. So there's a prank. So imagine your friend comes out and they're like, "Yeah, you thought that guy actually shot that guy. Just kidding. That was a prank. That crime you saw, that was a joke." There's an alien. It's our boy, the accomplice, as they called them. The victim. This does seem like one of their weaker episodes. I gotta find that bit where, like, they birth a demon out of a lady.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I can't even tell that you're a human being, Tracy Morgan. You look like a quilt of pixels.
here's how it works. You give us your friends and family members, and we give them the gift of terror. This is Caitlin. Her sister Jay got a catering gig at a millionaire's birthday party where I was the guest of honor.
Caitlin is, you know, very.
I would cry
wild.
if someone got shot in front of you, and then it was just like, nah, we're good.
Do her own thing and kind of explode.
Hey, Caitlin, watch out for that birthday cake. It's got 2 ingredients, chocolate and revenge.
And revenge. How much of this am I allowed to watch? Can they even tell that it's Scare Tactics at this resolution?
He's so very wealthy and a little bit eccentric. It's his birthday. They basically hired us to serve food. There's food and drinks and stuff like that.
So we're just gonna be catering then?
Yeah.
Sounds good for me. I love food.
Look at this house.
Oh, I think it's time to make the announcement.
The beautiful birthday man Tim is gonna come on in.
Oh, you're supposed to hit the gong.
You're supposed to hit the gong. Looking back on this, it's hard to believe that, like, any of these weren't staged. Like, I have to believe this is all. None of this looks real. How does anyone fall for this?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Air cheers.
To the birthday boy. I will toast to that.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Why don't we open gifts?
Oh, excellent.
Is that cool?
Yes.
I can't wait. You have to open mine.
Oh, it's a blank DVD. Thank you. I'll tape some shows, record some
Can you put
things.
it in? Put it in the TV? Yeah, of course.
Better have a seat so we all can watch this.
All right.
Hey, Tim, it's your boy Tracy Morgan.
It's your boy Tracy Morgan.
Your special lady told me today was your
He normally doesn't reveal himself, but I guess the bit is a millionaire's birthday, so.
so twice today because it's your birthday. That's all I got. Take care. I'm wishing you a very happy birthday, Tim. Peace.
What is? How did that happen?
Such a nice present. You're lucky. You're a lucky man.
I'm very
Fairly convincing setup, I would say.
Thank you so much. No, that was great.
Well.
Steve?
Oh, here's where it all goes wrong.
Long time no see. How are you, Tim?
Look at this guy coming in with his 90s acting.
Everyone looks great.
It came in with a leather jacket.
I forget your birthday. I mean, we go way back.
Steve, I appreciate you dropping by, but I would appreciate it more if you left.
Everything's okay.
I see. This is the part where I would start suspecting.
I'm sure.
It's been 3 years since I've seen you. I'm here to let bygones be bygones, water under the bridge. Can we do that?
I would very much like to.
I would like to do that. Can we cut this
The guy in the wheelchair is great. Way better actor than this fool. Is Tracy Morgan on Cameo? I don't know. I can't look it up. Well, I can look it up on a different browser, I guess.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for Steve.
Cameo, Tracy Morgan.
Thank you.
I insist that everyone try a piece of this cake.
I don't see it.
Thank you so much.
Got a game to wish you a happy birthday.
Divine, isn't it? Divine.
Wow.
Yeah. Everyone had a bite?
Yes. It's excellent.
Why don't I start
I don't see him,
a story?
unfortunately.
This is the second part of my gift.
He's not
Two
here.
friends that started a business together, and they were going to change the world with this business. Except one of those friends turned out to be a giant slithering turd, and that, of course, is Tim. All right? Tim, you made millions on our idea, and that destroyed me.
The drama.
Me out. You tried to destroy me. I'm now going to destroy you and all your friends. Everyone.
See, this is ridiculous.
Cake is poison.
The cake is poison. This is one of their weaker bits, I will be honest.
You're all dead.
What?
How you feeling, Amy?
What?
What do you mean it's poison?
What do you mean it's poison?
Actually put poison in that cake.
The instructions for counteracting the poison can be found on this DVD.
This is so
alright?
stupid.
You transfer $50 million back to me, okay?
No, nope, not doing it. Not giving you $50 billion.
On this DVD, all right? You want the antidote?
Jesus Christ, got him.
Put it in. Put it in. Put it in. Put it in. Put it in the DVD. Say no signal. No.
I can't, I have to believe that this is all staged. I can't believe it.
Just press play. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. It's playing. It's playing.
All right, everybody listen up. The antidote is simple. Everybody lives if I put you on scare tactics.
Shut the.
Your friend set you up. I had nothing to do with it. Just go kick
I had
her.
nothing to do with it. Tracy Morgan, you produced this, probably. I'm feeling like you did.
That cake is really good. I was just about to finish that.
It's a pretty good cake.
And he went, oh, and then you threw the bottle on his head. Oh, God, I thought I was dying there.
I gotta see where the dude gets shot. Can we get there? Hold on.
Tracy, bring me back on TV.
Oh, there's like a cultist thing going on here.
Hey, Caitlin, save me some of that poison cake.
Where does the dude get shot?
If you... It's okay. No.
Oh! Oh, God.
This is a prank. This is a prank. Hey, this is a prank. We're just kidding.
They really had to cut the bit on that one real fast.
Here's a gun. Here's a gun. Here's a gun.
The moment the shot happens, they're like, this is a prank.
Need to call an ambulance.
Oh, the bit's still going. I see. I cut in.
What is going on?
There's a prank within a prank? Oh my God, I can't believe it.
It's not a real check.
What?
It's not a real check. It's not a real check.
Get over here.
I don't know what to do.
Come help me.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Hold his hand, please.
This man thinks someone is dying.
Put the gun down, though. You're scaring me. Please, just put the gun down.
Put the
I'm
gun
scared
down,
for my
Dad.
life. I'm scared for my life right now. Okay. Okay. Look, I'll help. I'll help.
Please help.
Hey, hey.
You gotta apply pressure or something. Is that what you do?
They are letting this go on way longer than I thought, actually.
You have to, and we have to wrap it up. Is he calling 911? Is he calling 911?
Listen, look at me.
Look,
Look at
he's
me.
fine.
What is happening right now?
This was a prank show.
What if I told you that you were on a prank show? How would you feel?
What if you were on prank?
Because it's called scare tactics. And your friends set you up.
This guy thought someone was dying.
Oh my God, that's insane. I'm gonna kill you.
I'm gonna kill you.
That's insane. That's insane. I'm freaked out.
Look, he's ruined.
That's not fair at all. That's not fair at all. I thought you were gonna kill me. I thought you were gonna kill me. Oh my God. You're such a great host, Joe.
I'm gonna kill
He's such a good friend.
That's not cool. That's
You see, this is like the part where it's like, did they go too far? He's not even laughing anymore. This is terrible. I know. He's genuinely upset. You can tell. Oh my God, we gotta move off of that bit. When the only reaction you have left is Like, he didn't even say any, just like, that's not cool. What was he saying? But that's not fair? He was saying that's not fair. Oh no. He's absolutely destroyed. I'd be a mess. He looked he did. He looked ruined at the end of that. Anyway, that show's awesome. Especially when I was 10. Love that. What time are we at? We're at like 2:30. I'll go on for a bit longer though. Since we spent like 10 minutes watching Scare Tactics. Trip down memory lane. I would be so traumatized. Yeah. If anyone ever did that to me. I mean, apparently the show was going as of 2 years ago, so it could still happen to you. All it would take is, anyone, maybe probably Cole. He would subject you, just, you know, be wary of any new event that he wants to take you to out of the blue for no reason. He could be setting you up. Don't ever do that to me. I don't even know anything about that. I do want to be able to talk to Tracy Morgan, though. That'd be good. But you really want to cut ties. Oh, yeah, I would have to specifically request none of the ones where you pretend to kill a man in real life, please. I don't know about any of that. Mask Your Little Brother could set you up. And then become an even littler brother when you spike him into the ground as a result. What is this jaunty medieval tune? Oop. Okay. And that's the eraser. You could tell he was just so distraught. No laughter, no like, oh, you got me. He's just like, that's not fair. That's not fair. Ugh. New Vegas is really loud. It really was. Even just on YouTube. The ambient soundtrack was so loud. Overwhelms the stream sound by a lot. I'm not even listening to New Vegas right now. This is Zelda. I'm playing? Oh, you're drowning me out, you say. Well, I can't fix that for you. I feel like we need this to be lower. Lower that hairline down. Which is like the opposite of what I normally. I usually leave like no room for foreheads, but here I think I left too much. fixed. Okay, good. Did you have to mod in a volume slider? I really don't expect much for any features in that game. Or any Bethesda game. Nah, use the game bar Windows has. So you didn't even use the game itself. Windows had to fix the game. Typical Bethesda. Bethany Esda. Alright, I think we'll have to call it. I went a little bit longer because of scare tactics. What a show, man. They don't make TV like that no more. Mm-mm. Where am I? There I am. It's a good game, just a bit broken. I can fix it. I can fix her. Her, colon, and then Fallout game. Thank you guys for stopping by. I'll be doing the same thing as I always do. Actually, no, tomorrow is Lethal Company Day. But I usually might... well, Lethal Company doesn't really happen. I don't normally stream it because we do it earlier in the day and then I stream art later. So I'll probably just be doing more art anyway. Lawsuit. They shoulda. I gotta look up lawsuits for Scared. I gotta see if one happened. I'm curious. Somebody was for sure traumatized after one of their things. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. I'll be doing stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the weekend. Actually, what is the weekend? Sunday is Christmas Eve, so I can definitely... I don't know if I can stream overnight then, because I think we'll be going elsewhere for that. So Saturday, though, I might be doing... No, Saturday I have to work because they move my days around. Okay, so this weekend is fricked up, and don't expect me to do anything. Yeah. That'll be it. No games this week for weekends because it's freaking... It's Christmas. Merry Christmas. Not yet, but in the future. Thank you for stream. Thank you all for stopping by, and I'll head out now. Goodbye.